So,
ha?
fast, you're
Mm.
saying that kung dumating tayo dun sa pinaka-worst na situation, you have to check whatever you can give because yung galit ninyo is not going to have any effect kung you were looking at 5 days na mobilization lang or 2 weeks na mobilization lang. It's not gonna do anything. So,
You need
kumbaga,
organization.
mm-mm,
You need
mm-mm,
organization, which is of
mm-mm,
course lacking.
mm-mm,
You know, the one that wins is not necessarily the most passionate, but it's the most organized. Alam
mm-mm.
yan, you know, everyone knows. So sabi dito, sas galit ka ba kay Inday? Hindi po ako galit kay Inday. I'm just laying down the ugly truth.
Mm-mm.
Ngayon,
Nandito
kung
rin
ayaw mo ng
si
ugly
Crisette.
truth,
Nakita ko si Crisette
oo.
kanina, nandito rin.
Ngayon kung ayaw mo ng ugly truth, manood ka na lang ng entertainment. Because I'm not here to entertain you. I'm just laying down to you the ugly truth. I
Mm.
already laid down the ugly truth last year. Oh, ano ba nangyari? Isa na lang ang kulang, di ba? Isa na lang ang kulang. Sasabihin mo, ako yung galit. Baka kayo yung galit kasi you didn't prepare, you didn't organize. Kasi reactive kasi kayo eh. Nag-getsin nyo? So ngayon, magaling itong mga ginawa ng kampo nila BBM. Lenny is a formidable force in Philippine politics. May nakita akong in-house survey. Pangatlo si Lenny sa presidential ball. Not as strong as Sara and Tulfo, but pangatlo si Lenny. So you need to, so politics is about addition. So if you remove, sabi ni Daryl, kasi sinabi na ni Sas yan last year. So if we removed, o sino bang vlogger? Ito, big trivia muna. Sino ba yung vlogger? Nung sinulat ko yun ng October 2022, sinabihan niya na, naku, huwag tayo mapraning, matagal pa yan, hindi yan mangyayari, matagal pa yan. Ang vlogger na yun ay hindi na nagbablog dahil according to him, hindi niya na kailangan mag-vlog kasi he's already extremely wealthy. Yun na lang. Anyway, so, yun na lang yun. Huwag mo lang sabihin, Joy. Gano'n na lang ako. Gano'n. Nakuha mo ba kung sino? Gawin ako, yeah. So ngayon, hindi na siya nagbablog kasi hindi niya na kayo kailangan. Kasi he's extremely wealthy. So kung yung nangyari dun sa vlogger na yun, that's exactly how, that's a microcosm of how things are turning out in the Philippines. No? Okay. So, anyway, highway, asa na ba tayo? Ano ba yung tanong mo? So, hindi sapat yung sentiment
So,
lang,
hindi,
no?
oo. So, yun nga na, dapat maintindihan natin what we can do and what it takes to really, you know,
to succeed.
to succeed.
Yeah, yes. So, ang
What it
nangyari
takes to
ngayon,
succeed.
oo, sabi pa nila dito, kudeta na, hindi kayo magiging successful ng kudeta. You need, for any military action, you need arms. So, who's going to supply arms to you? Second, nukod, hindi ka mag-succeed dahil hindi ka nga i-recognize sa United States. No? Wala na nga, all the things that needed to be positioned for the Dutertes to be removed from the political equation are all there. So si Lenny, halimbawa, balik tayo kay Lenny. Si Lenny, di ba, formidable force yan. They have an axe to grind kay Lenny kasi nga, di ba, yung 2016 cheating. So anong ginawa? Si Andres Bautista ngayon ay nahahabla sa United States. Is that just a coincidence? Is that just a coincidence? Na si Andre Bautista, can you imagine, ang United States ang kumukup sa kanya noong panahon ni Duterte. Di ba? Pero doon din siya nahabla sa panahon ni BBM. Siyempre, kung yahabla mo kung may kasalanan si Andres Bautista, may kasalanan din si Lenny. Hindi lang si Lenny, may kasalanan din si Mar. Wala namang political machinery si Lenny. No? Lenny is just from the province. A girl from the province na namatayan ng asawa. She was nothing, no, before her husband died. So wala siyang political machinery. So the political machinery around her is also guilty if Andres Bautista is guilty. Pwede ba yung si Andres Bautista lang yung kumilos noon?
Si Andres Bautista, meron pa ba siyang ibang kaso? As I understand, yung kaso ni Andres Bautista is anti-money laundering related.
Accepting bribery from Smartmatic.
In-identify yung purported crime.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Ay, okay. Kasi akala ko, sorry hindi ko nabasa yung kung anong yung, I thought, yung reason kung bakit kasi yung anti-money laundering, pag politically exposed person ka talaga or someone who would be in a position to make policies or things like that, automatic flag yung pangalan mo when you make a transaction eh. So, ibig sabihin, yung pera, pag ipapadala sa'yo or magpapadala ka, automatic yun, may investigation para dun sa source ng money.
Yeah.
Kasi, akala ko, ang existing case niya na kaya siya na-flag is because of the, meron kasi siya, nirecommend kasi ng National Privacy Commission na i-prosecute criminally si Andres Bautista because of the Comelec. Yarn. Pagkatapos, meron din siyang outstanding arrest warrant from the pinapa-aresto rin siya ng Senado. Nung before siya umalis, pinapa-aresto rin siya kasi hinihingi sa kanya yung inventory ng PCGG dahil nag-head siya ng PCGG. So, I thought doon siya related. So, kaya medyo na-lost ako nung sinabi mo na if he is guilty, therefore, dapat kasama rin sila Lenny. Ayun pala, ang kanyang crime pala na nire-relate sa anti-money laundering ay accepting bribe from Smartmatic.
Oo, basta hindi naman pinangalanan yung Smartmatic, pero executives daw ng electronic voting counting machine. Sino pa ba yan? So anyway, so napatumba si Andre Bautista. Ngayon, ginawa na siyang fall guy. Iiwanan na siya ng mga yellows. Si Andres Bautista. Kita mo, di ba? Bakit itong si Laila sineselebrate ng yellows pero they are not up in arms against yung nangyayari kay Andres Bautista? Eh, nung panahon ni Duterte, di ba pinagtatanggol pa nila yan si Andres Bautista? Anyway, so ngayon, lumabas na si Laila. And Laila will keep Duterte busy. Filing cases, ganyan, and use every pulpit. Magkakaroon pa ng world tour yun si Laila, no? So, kailangan
kung paano niya na-overcome ang tyrant.
Yes. And of course, mabango si BBM internationally. Kasi 'di ba, na parang oh my God, what a surprise. Hindi pala siya magiging katulad ni Duterte. Hindi rin siya magiging katulad ng tatay niya. So this is really a Mars redeemed ang name. So what is now missing in the story internationally? And that is the frozen fruits and vegetables. Girl, according to the little birdies of the nation, they need 3 consecutive terms
in order to
fully defrost.
Bakit 3?
Because sobrang laki. Hindi mo naman po pwedeng yung lahat na magkakaroon ng epekto sa
Hindi pwedeng i-flush ng
yes.
Ng ganun ka.
Hindi ka, girl, magkakaroon ng problema yung mga bangko, no? So ngayon, 'di ba, politics is about addition. So if you're going to subtract, you have to add. They're going to subtract the Dutertes. That's kasi nga pag hindi nila sinubtract si Duterte, Sara will be the president in 2028. Sabi dito, Sas Digong nanalo kahit walang basbas ng United States because Digong was a surprise candidate. Wala nang panahon para sirain si Digong. It was only 3 months. Sara, they know that Sara will be the one for 2028. So they have 5 years
prepare.
To destroy her.
Oo,
to destroy her. Hindi, alam nyo guys, remove.
I think you have to explain that thoroughly so that everyone would understand why PRRD is a fluke. Kasi parang, Kanina nag-uusap tayo at sabi mo, people do not really understand na kung gaano katindi yung foothold ng mga Amerikano sa sistema natin.
Yeah.
That that Duterte is actually a fluke. So, yes, please, let us understand.
Yeah, like for example, ano ba nangyari kay Governor Mamba ng Cagayan? Di ba, Governor Mamba ay nag-no sa EDCA na ilagay sa Cagayan. So what did the powers that be do to Governor Mamba? Kinasuhan, meron pa, di ba, kinulong pa nga yan sa Congress? Si Governor Mamba. Ano bang ginawa yung mga Pilipino? Nag-reveal na si Governor Mamba nung March. Na may mga pumunta na mga Amerikano ng official ng embassy, US Embassy sa Cagayan at inaano-ano siya. May ginawa ba kayo? So that's already an affront to your sovereignty and you didn't do anything. So and ganun katindi yung kanilang 'di ba nga kaya nga kinansel na yan ni Duterte yung DFA. So with DFA comes EDCA, no? Kasi ang EDCA is only an implementing agreement of the DFA. So pag wala na yung DFA, wala na yan. So tunod-sunod yan eh. DFA and then MDT. Yung MDT nga lang yung medyo komplikado kasi baka ma-involve dyan yung Senate or whatever. Anyway. So 1 year notification. So 2020, inano yan ni Duterte. Syempre, lumala yung pandemic. Kailangan nyo ng vaccine. Ayaw ninyo ng Chinese vaccine. So, kailangan, gusto nyo Pfizer o yung vaccine ng Moderna, ganyan. Di ba nga, nung panahon na yon, I was in Europe, I know.
AstraZeneca yata yung binigay sa atin.
Yeah, I know na the European countries and the West are withholding vaccines because mas kailangan nila. Ngayon, in order para magkaroon ng trade, ng deal sa vaccine, anong ginawa ni Duterte? Pinalaya si Pemberton. Hindi pa sapat.
Hindi pa sapat.
Si Babes, and this is not secret because Hey Darian interviewed Babe Romualdez. At sabi ni Babe Romualdez, umiyak pa si Babe Romualdez kay Duterte. Dahil marami na siya mga kaibigang namamatay. Sige na, parang
save them, Mr. President. Diba? Please save them, Mr. President. People are dying. Ayan.
Dahil nga ayaw ninyo ng Chinese vaccine. So, bumalik ngayon yung EDCA with a vengeance. From 5, naging 17. Okay. Anyway, so ngayon, so ang nangyari, so they're now back, because the Filipinos do not understand that the Philippines will always be just a piece of land that the United States bought from Spain. Sinicelebrate niyo ba ang Philippine independence from the United States? Tanong, sinicelebrate niyo? Wala, di ba? Wala kayong Independence Day. Wala tayong Independence Day from the United States. We don't celebrate it. We only celebrate the Independence Day from Spain, which is actually just for a few months. Diba? So ganun yung eksena, no? They would like, you are just a piece of land that the United States bought from Spain. They will never let it go. They can only let because no colonizers just give away a colony that they won. Ano ba yan? So you have to win. You have to win it. You didn't win it. The Filipinos didn't win the independence from the United States. That is simple as plain truth. So they will always be there. Nakidnap nga nila si Ferdinand Marcos Sr., di ba? Mga bakla. Can you imagine? You were able to kidnap the president of the Philippines.
First family.
The first family, tapos sasabihin nyo na, ay wala, ganun sila katindi. That's why Duterte was a fluke. He was an anomaly. Kasi nga, they were not prepared for a
Not
candidate.
expect. Like
They were
Duterte.
not prepared for a candidate like Duterte. Yun ang totoo. Kasi nga, they are so used sa political system natin na ang mga kandidato
They
kailangan
can
disente
predict.
magsalita, ganito, ganyan, etc. Ngayon, Duterte was very unpredictable. Parang, he was fresh, he was endearing, at it was too late to destroy him. And bago pa nila i-destroy si Duterte, it was already Duterte na naglalabas ng mga baho niya. So the entire machinery of what could be used to destroy him
will not work.
Ganon. Ngayon, tinatanong ko talaga, ito si Joey, sabi niya, syempre meron akong palaisipan, diba? Bakit Vice President ang pinakabongga kay Sara? Kasi if Sara was President, things will just remain the same. She will be removed unless Sara will toe the line. Because, ganun lang yan. If you, kung ayaw mo sa gusto ng Amerika, you will be removed. And I'm not saying this because I know people who've been removed, no? And that person even asked the president, are you sure, Mr. President, ako lang gusto nilang tanggalin. So, nakikita na natin. Kaya itong si Sara, no? Ayun, either Sara toe the line, but it will not be a Sara, no? She will just become a puppet. So Sara's option is to become a puppet or not. Those are the only two options. And Sara has no political party, has no money. Can you imagine, Sara has no political party, she has no money, she practically has nothing except the integrity of the Duterte's name. And it's good, it's good for feel good thing, but if you don't have an organized thing that's going to do this for you, you're not going to succeed.
And who do you think will lead the organization? Like, kasi, the reason why a lot of people do not understand yung kasi may pagka rin yung very effective yung mga Amerikano na gamitin yung emotion natin at saka mga sentiments natin against us.
Because they know us.
Kumbaga, because they know us. And so, it was done in a way na a lot of people think na they are not here but they are here. Ganon. So ngayon, parang pero ang feeling kasi ng mga Pilipino, karamihan, especially yung mga, because of the Duterte win, I think a lot of Filipinos got this confidence that, diba, yung Amerika nga, walang nagawa kay PRRD. So, because of that confidence, a lot of Filipinos felt that, of course we can do it again, Inday. Diba? And so, we need to stop and look at the situation in a
objectively
and in a more rational way. Kasi nga, dahil hindi na secret si Inday Sara na siya ay formidable candidate in the future, the Americans are definitely going to.
Kaya nga, it's either whether she's going to be president ng 2022 or vice president, it will be the same thing that will happen to her. Alam mo yon na, ayun na nga lang, pag nawala ka na, pag nanalo si Inday na presidente ng 2022 at natanggal siya for whatever reason, she will never be able to run again. That's just the plain. That's just the simple truth, no? At magkukuwalis, alam mo yun, they will reunite together, etc. Because nga, the other one desperately needs to get their money. no? Because wala lang panahon. They're too old. You know, this is the now or never moment, you know. Ang taong nagigipit sa patilim kumakapit. That's just And guys, we are talking here of huge money, no? Na parang ano na siya, kasing laki na siya ng GDP ng isang maliit na bansa sa Africa. Ganon.
Ganong klaseng
Anyway,
investment.
ganong
Ipinapasok for
investment. Yes. Kaya nga they will kill for this one, no? They will end friendships for this one. 'Di ba? Katulad nga nung isang manunulat na dati mahal niya ang Pilipinas kaya siya ay nagsusulat at nung tinanong siya nung siya ay nasa isang probinsya, tinanong siya, pati ka na nagsusulat, ang sabi niya ay, pagod na ako saka I'm extremely wealthy.
Emphasis on the extremely wealthy.
Sabi ko, hindi mo lang
medyo wealthy lang. Hindi na contented na ako. Sa kung anong meron ako.
Yung kailangan talaga extremely wealthy. So, ibig sabihin na extremely wealthy, ano pa to? Meron ka bang lotto machine sa bahay mo? Ganyan? Yung ganun to. Anyway, so alam mo, syempre hindi nagsusulat, pero kumikilos din siya behind the scenes, no? Everything that you're seeing are being done behind the scenes, no? So, ang nakakaano lang kasi dito is maybe the problem with the Dutertes is they believe in the goodness of some people's heart. So parang, and ang problema rin kasi is wala rin naman kasi silang katandem na hindi ito, no? And I really can't see any difference if I think mas malala pa nga ang mangyayari kay Inday if she were president. Because look at what they did to the father, no? That was just the father. So they would kaya nga kita mo ngayon ganito. It's just the same plan, you know, that they're going to do to Inday. And I think they have to protect Davao City.
So, saan sinasabi mo, because what is happening now on the national level is something that cannot be stopped. It cannot
be stopped. It can be stopped if you can. Na, the thing is, hindi kailangan pwede mo siyang mahinto if you are organized. If you're not organized,
pwede mo siyang ma-stop. Pero kasi, para ma-stop mo siya, ang daming checklist. First, yung kailangan, the people must understand what it takes to succeed. Yung, yung mass uprising, ganyan. What it takes, because it's gonna cost a lot, it's gonna require a lot of, effort na, you know, you really have to make yourself heard. And yung logistics. So organization, what it takes to launch a successful movement. Number 2, ang isang requirement is that Inday would have to choose to stand up. Kasi syempre, paano kung kunwari, 'di ba?
Well, it's ano kasi niyan is
I mean those requirements must be ticked, 'di ba? Para mag-work yung para magkaroon ng stoppage to what's going on.
So yun ang eksena sa kaganapan, no? They have the guns, the goons, and the gold. And with that, you can mobilize people. You know, there are a lot of people who are poor in the Philippines who it's kita mo di ba nagpapamudmud na nga sila ng pera almost every week? Sige nga, ano bang ibig sabihin niya? Nagpapabudbud na ng pera almost every week.
Ay,
Parang hindi niyo
ayuda
naman
nation
kilala
na
ang
nga
mga
tayo
Pilipino.
eh.
Oo, parang hindi niyo naman kilala ang mga Pilipino. Diyos mio. Mm. Tapos, saka yung mga mass uprising, at the time of the social media, it's no longer, wala nang ganong pool yan. Because people now have an outlet to be angry. And once you release that angry, it dissipates.
Mm.
This is
Yung
not the same.
hindi yung sustain yung challenge is really to sustain the sentiment,
Oo.
'di ba?
Oo.
Na hindi makakalimutan. How are we going to
Oo.
do that? Mm-mm.
Ayun na nga. Kasi nga, during the time na wala pang social media, na people do not have an outlet to release their
Anger.
anger to the
Mm-mm.
system, they go to the street.
Mm-mm.
Now, you don't need to go to the street anymore to make yourself felt that you care for a Facebook post. Or you just need to write a
Oo.
Twitter post.
Oo. Because of that, we have to update yung what it takes to stage or launch a mass movement. You must have commitment.
Mm.
Yung you must have commitment, you must have the money, and you must have enough energy to really make it happen. Well, commitment is no, it's very difficult to get commitment from the population na magkakasing ng level. So,
Mm.
andun talaga yung pinaka-challenge. Yun nga, kasi nga, dahil nga ngayon, kapag nakapagreklamo ka sa social media, kapag nakapagsalita ka, nadidissipate, nadidissipate yung galit
Mm.
I mean, it's the emotional, no? It's the emotional, natural emotional reaction ng tao na kapag nagalit ka na, nag-ano ka na, di ba?
Kita mo tong hindi yung MOO, yung liquidation by certification. Girl, if this happened in other countries, the people would have already been outside the Congress and demanding liquidation by certification. If this happened in other countries, yung ganyan. But no, people are just contented to be online and to do it, no organizing. Kasi everyone is on the take. Everyone ay nakikinabang doon sa ganung patakaran. So ngayon kasi, money is overflowing in the Philippines right now. It's the traditional way. People need money, they have money, they give it. So pag nabigyan na sila ng pera, anong pakialam nila? Ano naman pakialam? Diyos ko naman.
May nakakatuwa pa lang nangyayari sa live natin ngayon, sa atin, ang nakikita daw natin, ilan po yung nakikita nyong viewers ngayong gabi? Ayan. Kasi sa ano raw, yung merong viewer dito, ang nakikita daw niya ay 23 viewers lang. Ayun. Yan ang galing sa PCS.
I-refresh mo yan. I-refresh mo yan. Oo. 'Di ba? So yun yung nakikita nila, kita mo, 'di ba? They will actually demobilize everything. Everyone, ganyan. So kita mo, 'di ba? Kung hindi niyo po alam, ang buong account po ni Lorraine Badoy ay tinanggal ng Meta. Hindi niya siya binan, tinanggal ng Meta.
Kailan pa to?
Just recently. So, tinasabi ko na sa inyo na this is what they are going to do. Okay, this is a classic strategy. You gave someone an enemy to battle. You don't need, hindi na kailangan na ikaw. So, gagamitin mo na lang yung enemy nung gusto mong pabagsakin. Diba? Kaya na yan, kita mo, si Laila nasa labas na. Si Trillanes na buhay uli. Can you imagine, nung interview kami sa The Chiefs? Diba? Siya talaga yung, Duterte is planning destabilization plot against Marcos. Pero sila, diba, yung nangako nung 2022 election na Hindi nila papayagan na makabalik ang isang Marcos sa
Mga
Malacanang
Marcos, oo.
at ipagpapatuloy namin ang laban, Emerald. Ngayon, wala na yun. So bakit?
Mm-mm.
You have to ask, bakit wala na yung narrative na yun?
Mm-mm.
Bakit wala na yung greatest thief? Bakit wala na yung mga Emerald? Oh.
Mm-mm.
Ano yun? 36 mong ganun yung pagkakasabi mo, tapos nang nanalong presidente, wala na.
Wala na. Lusaw na.
Hindi ba yung mga dilaw na yan? Alam mo, nung pinapatanggal nila ako sa trabaho dati, ang isang sa mga nakalagay nila sa complaint nila is, sinusuportahan ko daw kasi ang mga Marcos na ang mga magnanakaw daw, ganyan, ganon. Yung mga dilaw, yung mga sulat. Ngayon, di ba dapat magpasalamat? Di ba, ano to? Di ba dapat magpasalamat kayo sa DDS kasi yung mga DDS yung naging dahilan kung bakit nakabalik ang mga Marcos, kung bakit kayo nakalaya.
Oo.
Di ba? Pero, ano na ngayon? Di ba? Ang kalaban na lang ay si Duterte. They have a common enemy.
And sa mga galawan na ganito, nakikita natin kung sino talaga yung merong prinsipyo at wala.
Yeah.
My God.
Di ba anong sinabi ni Duterte? Anong sabi ni Duterte sa kanyang Facebook?
Yung about principle. Di ba?
I mean, natin.
Sige, go.
Ang importante kasi yung prinsipyo. Kung may prinsipyo ka, magkakaintindihan talaga tayo. Ngayon, kung wala kang prinsipyo sa buhay at basta papayag ka lang just because of pakikisama, even if you're doing the wrong thing, do not expect me to clap my hands every time you make a stupid thing there. Ayun na nga lang na I think kasi Sara has an option to kasi you need to think like a general, no? This is a war. Would you want to go to the war na wala kang na kakaiba, and then you would be weakened in the process? You may win, but you would be very weak. Kasi nga talagang anuhan to bardagulan talaga to ng bonggang-bongga, no? Or would you want to wait? Preserve your strength and find the right and wait for that window of opportunity.
That optimum opportunity.
Yes. Di ba? Kasi ano yan do we really expect? Do the yellows really expect na hindi gagawin sa kanila yung ginagawa kay Sara? So parang, di ba, na parang, well, you are there because you are needed to destroy the Duterte. So after you do that, do you really think they would? You will also have to toe the line. You will also have to toe the line na parang, okay, pinayagan namin kayo dyan, pero, you have to toe the line. Kung ano ginagawa namin, dapat yes lang din kayo ng yes. So, this is actually a battle of, this is the time, this is the time that people's principles will be tested. Ayan. Ano masasabi mo dyan, Joey Duriv?
Well, pagdating dun sa, this is the time when people's principles will be tested. Actually, na-test na sa iba kasi dumating na yung reckoning na dumating na yung reckoning point for some personalities para masukat kung saan nakalagay yung prinsipyo nila, 'di ba? Yung mga, for BBM several times, ilang beses nang na-challenge. And sad to say that the president is really not showing the the strong principles we expect him to have. I mean, no, if you're going to look at it in a very rational way, gano'n na talaga yung sitwasyon. Gano'n talaga yung sitwasyon. Wala talaga siyang prinsipyo. Kung meron siyang prinsipyo, bakit niya kayang baligtarin yung mga sinabi niya before and take a different route now without even without even explaining to the people why he went that way. 'Di ba? And yung fact na kaya niyang collaborate sa mga ano, 'di ba? Sa mga taong dating 'di ba, na yumurak sa kanila. I mean dumating na yung kung yung sinasabi ni Sasin tungkol doon sa principal na ganyan. Para sa mga maraming personalidad, dumating na yung point of reckoning na yon. Dumating na yung point of reckoning na yun kay BBM, kay Martin Romualdez, at yung mga tao sa Kongreso at sa Senado. They
Pero ang ano kasi
change
nila,
colors
they
already.
know that, these are not political neophytes.
Mm-hmm.
They understand Philippine politics like the back of their hand. Na, wala naman, EDSA was never a revolution because there was never a change of consciousness among the people. So it was the same politics that they were accustomed to. So it's just the same thing. Kaya nga itong si Duterte, it was a fluke of nature, no? An anomaly in the matrix, ganon.
Glitch siya sa system.
Oh, kasi nga sabi ko nga kay Van, you know what? Duterte's kasi focus nun is house cleaning.
No.
If you are doing house cleaning, marami ka talagang
makakaaway.
Oo. Ano ba to? Pareho lang kayo ni TP Bayaran, pero pareho din kayong bakla. Ano to? Anong problema nung Michael? Anong problema mo, Michael? Anong pinaglalaban mo sa buhay? Sabi niya, not entirely sure with Visayas. The Western is Dilao. Ay, nako. Ayun na nga. Yung ano is, wala nga kasi nga, the Dutertes, we need to toe the line itong mga gusto ng admin. And,
but
nakita na nga natin.
Teka. She will, pero tingin mo, gagawin niya yon at the most opportune time. Ganun ba?
Ang alin?
Na kapag kunwari, mag-re-react si Inday Sara. Kasi ngayon, ang impression na lahat ng tao,
she already did. Yung Afghan refugee. That's
this moment na under dun sa pretext, sorry, andun kasi ako dun sa linya na if she's going to be impeached, ganon. If the impeachment conversation would really come into fruition, yon. Would you think she's going to react to that in a way na alalabanan niya or sasakyan niya or yun na parang kasi di ba sabi mo kanina if that will happen she might
wala nga numbers eh, so you're gonna be a lone wolf in the political it's a game of numbers. Okay, election is a game of numbers. They don't really care of kailangan lang nila ng numbers. Ngayon, tapos na yung game of number na yon, iba na yung game of numbers ngayon. The game of numbers ngayon, ilan ba yung kongresistang for you? Wala namang maipapamudmud na pera si Sara para sa mga kongresista. Wala namang pera mga Duterte na pwede nilang bilhin ang mga kongresista. Hello, ito nga si Congressman Dong Gonzales, 600 million. Bakit wala man lang pag-aaklas? So, hindi mo nakikita na It's your money
Mm.
and ginamit na yung, oh. So, ano nga, back with a vengeance. This is like, you know, gano'n naman eh. You know, if you're cleaning the house, you will make a lot of enemies.
So kung
If you don't
kunwari
clean the house, if you don't clean the
in
house
this,
thoroughly, they will be back with a vengeance.
Oo, correct. So sa tingin mo, walang maaaring ilabas na trick, na trick from their bag ang mga Duterte in order to push back?
Not yet. I
Not
think
yet.
this is the time that you have to make sure that the nest is protected. Because tutuloy-tuloy na nila yan. Itutuloy-tuloy na nila yan. I'm telling you. Kasi nga, well, if they would like to destroy the Dutertes, they would have to destroy them thoroughly. Dahil kung hindi, pag nakakita yan ng... Yes, of course. Do you really think that they would want the Dutertes to have a window of opportunity? They will have to make sure that they would have to destroy the house so that you will never have a window at all, you know, to speak of. So, yun ang eksena.
Nakaka-depress
Ano
naman
yung mga
tong
sinasabi?
conversation na to.
Well, di ba, ano naman? Oh, the people are entertained. The people are having hedonistic pleasures.
Which is enough for ano, no? Which is kasi tayong Pilipino, you just throw a bone eh. Tapos, masaya na sila eh, di ba? We had been like that ever since.
Di ba?
Di ba? Just throw a bone.
O magkaroon ng celebration na ma-feel mo na Pilipino ka. Naku, I wouldn't surprise kung manalo, lalo na kung manalo pa ng Miss Universe ito si Michelle D, no? So, makakalimutan na kayong lahat.
At hindi malayo. So, mga proud Pinoy na naman ako, Pilipino.
Di ba? So, ayun naman, you know, you are entertained, you are, kasi nga, I think ang problem kasi noon, wala kasing, hindi kasi naisip din ni PRRD yung succession eh. Na, okay, you are destroying the house. O sino magpapatuloy niyan?
Yun pala yung question ko sa'yo. Why was PRRD not very keen in thinking about succession?
I don't know. Maybe yung sinabi niya before. Do you remember? Meron siya sinabi before na ginamit niya yung si Diogenes, yung story ni Diogenes na who walk in the marketplace early in the morning carrying a lamp, asking, sino dito ang hindi corrupt? I don't know. Siguro nakalimutan na ng mga tao. Meron dati, sa zona yun ni Duterte, sabi niya, siguro kung ano na lang, parang yung sinabi niya, kung bumagsak na lang itong Congress at mamatay silang lahat, sabi niya ni PRU, at mamatay tayong lahat dito, magkakaroon na ng parang bagong Pilipinas or something. I forgot which zona it was. Pero yung sinabi niya na, siguro kung bumagsak na lang itong House of, itong Kongreso, nandito tayong lahat, magkakaroon na ng bagong Pilipinas. Because he knows, he knows that everyone, grabe talaga yung corruption noon. And he was very, very, very honest during that time. Parang sabi niya nga, di ba, na hindi niya alam na makakalaban pala niya mismo ay ang gobyerno.
When he explained kung bakit hindi nangyari yung yung timeline niya sa war on drugs.
Diba? So yun yung na problema naman kasi talaga yung succession, no? Wala. Actually, kita mo, mahirap talaga kasing i-solve yung succession problem sa sistema natin eh. Pero wala naman talagang pwede maging continuity sa current system ng Pilipinas. It's it's actually very impossible to even think of a real succession. Pero ngayon, I think that succession problem has already been resolved by the administration of who could replace them afterwards. So, ayun na nga. Kasi marami silang cards eh. Kailangan lang talagang mawala ang Duterte sa equation. So, merong ICC. Pwede naman, pag na-aresto si PRD, mag-aklas kayo dyan.
They figure, because of PRRD, because of the glitch, now they came back with all the machinery and stronger components in order for such glitch not to happen again.
Yeah.
Na?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mukhang hindi talaga na sila papayag na magkaroon ulit ng another Duterte.
Oo, totoo
at
naman.
To be fair naririnig ko although talagang mahirap yung posisyon ni Senator Amy Marcos dito sa sitwasyon na to. Kasi talagang kapatid niya yung presidente di ba? So parang mahirap, I mean, it's very difficult to really separate yung interest niya sa interest ng kapatid niya. But I heard her talking about sabi niya, meron daw, ayon daw sa isang American consultancy who is actually handling all the communications and public communications dito sa Philippines. They wanted to work on destroying the Duterte as early as possible because the work is 3 times harder. The work is 3 times harder because of Sara. So they need to do it as early as possible. So that is why meron tayong nakikitang issue ni Inday as early as this year.
Yeah.
Ayun.
So ayun na nga yan na kasi she has to, the Duterte's had to remove from the equation eh. And wala yung sinasabing boto, it will not work right now because anong gagawin ng boto mo if she will be removed?
Wala namang
hindi ka naman bumuboto. Oo.
Ang tawag dito yung boto mo kasi importante lang sa eleksyon. Eh, kung walang eleksyon, kailan ba?
Sabi, mag-aaklas kami. Hanggang kailan ka mag-aaklas? Pwede naman sila magdeklara ng martial law in order for you to get arrested. Tapos ka.
Kung mag-aaklas kayo, mag-aaklas tayo dahil sa mga pangyayaring ito, you really have to ready yourself because it's not going to be a 3 days field day. It's not going to be a 2 weeks field day. It's going to be a very, very long battle. So is it something that you want to commit yourself to?
Parang wala nga siya na parang you know what? They have, kaya nga diba, nagpapamudmud nga ng pera almost every week. Okay? So, guys, hindi, alam ba, do you have a very, alam nyo ba yung psyche ng karamihan ng mga tao ngayon? Because na mahirap ang buhay? Diba na, wala nga nag-aklas nung tumaas ang mga bilihin and that should already been a subject of a huge protest and whatever. Wala nga. So, sabi chaotic and bloody. Parang chaotic? Well, yeah, it will be chaotic and bloody against you because do you really think that you can handle the machinery of the government? Wala nga. Hindi nyo nga mapaliquidate with resibo ang mga congressman. Do you really think that you can take on? Yun na nga no?
Or even convince the AFP to go against the chief executive.
Na parang ito nung panoorin niyo yung The Cheats na interview ni Trillanes. You may not like Trillanes, but you know, when you listen to Trillanes, talagang tama si Trillanes, you know, yung kanyang, yung sinasabi yung what kind of organizing you need, etc. Kasi sanay niya si Trillanes eh. He knows what he's talking about. No, we may not like Trillanes, but he's telling the truth. That's just it. Kaya nga remove your emotions from the situation so that you will be able to see what you can and cannot do, what is, kasi you have to preserve your energy. That's the number one that you need right now. If you are, di ba sa ano yan? Sa jiu-jitsu, ano ang principle sa jiu-jitsu?
Ano ang principle sa jiu-jitsu?
When you're fighting a stronger opponent.
Use proper technique. Use the proper technique. Yes.
Exactly. Use the proper technique, because if you don't use the proper technique, you will spend your energy.
And yes.
Diba? Yun
correct.
ang number one rule. So you are going against a wall. Okay? It's a formidable wall. Pwede mong sapak-sapakin yun. So that's why you need to use the proper technique. You need to be ready. So do not spend your energy sa mga kapararakan na mga gawain. Yun lang yun, no? You need to be able to understand. Saan ito? Ipunin ang lakas. Exactly. Ipunin mo ang lakas.
Sa tamang pagkakataon.
Tamang pagkakataon. This time is not the right time because full force eh.
Diba? So you're saying, Sas, na ang tawag dito na parang brace yourselves because the worst is yet to come.
Yes. Na,
ganon.
Do not spend your energy on something that you cannot win over. Diba sabi nga sa Art of War, a battle must be won. Ano to? Ano sabi? It must be won before the fighting starts. Yon. So ngayon, wala kasing uniting pag ang inaano ko niyan is, sabi nila sa Sara na lang maging presidente. O maging presidente si Sara for 6 years, and then after 6 years, balik uli. Ano gagawin mo? So kaya nga, you need to think clearly. You need to understand what's going on. It's the system, guys. The system, you are against a system. You are not just against a person, but you are against a system.
Ayan, sabi ni James Season, conserve energy in the national, do the offensive in Davao, protect the Eagles' nest, it's the only card they have.
Ano pa bang card nila? Diba? Ano pa bang card nila? Diba? Kasi ano na yan eh, binibreak na yan eh. And I know that they are moving, and I know, no? I think if I'm just under the liberty to say things, no? Mas karumal-dumal pa yung ginagawa behind the scenes. Sabi ko, putang ina. Sabi ko, kaya pala extremely wealthy na, no? He's capable of this kind of evil na. Parang gano'n. Alam mo yan, parang he's capable of that kind of evil na. So yun yung ano na kaya iisa-isahin na yan, no? Kasi ang kalaban na lang nila na media is social media eh. Di ba? So, iisa-isahin na nila yan.
Social media, minomonitor pa.
Pero walang listahan.
Ayun.
Di ba? So, ayun na nga, di ba, naging successful na sila. Mga pro-China yan. Lahat naman kayo, anti-China. Ang daming Pilipino, anti-China. So, imbis na ang focus is yung talagang suliranin ng bayan, mawawala na doon.
Totoo. Lahat ng Pilipino anti-China dahil ang tawag dito, di ba forward ng ganyan sentiment na dapat mabad trip tayo sa China dahil binabatok-batukan daw tayo, kineme, ganyan. O tapos Tapos si President Biden naman wanted to strengthen the military ties with the Chinese.
Wala naman
Paano
yon. Ano lang
yan?
yon. Ano lang naman yon. It's just like the way to manage their conflict na hindi
Mm.
umabot mag-spill ang conflict in their mainland. Nangyari na naman yan noong panahon ng Soviet Union versus United States.
Mm.
Pero they have proxy wars. Doon na sila naglalaban pero hindi umaabot sa kanila yung gulo. It's preserved doon sa mga fringes ng
Oo.
international
Oo.
system.
Kaso, 'di ba? It's ano no, I don't know what you think about this, pero kasi 'di ba, si Raymond Powell at saka yung ambassador ng US dito sa Pilipinas, they have made statements na talagang that the Chinese are uh, yung narrative na fino-forward dito sa Pilipinas, they are saying that the Chinese are infringing the sovereignty of the Philippines, invading, oo,
Oh,
ganon.
ba yung language?
Pagkatapos,
Ano ba yung language na yan? 'Di ba? Ano yan?
mm,
Ang invasion na isa sa mga conditions for you to declare martial law.
mm, mm,
O
oo.
ano pa ba?
So,
Ano na bang hinihintay natin? Declaration na lang
mm,
kailangan natin eh. Pwede na
and,
mag-martial law.
mm, and a lot of Filipinos, the reason why they are very bold in, ano no, in promoting anti-China sentiments. Kasi feeling nga nila may kakampi sila with the Americans. Feeling nila meron
Oh,
sila ano,
and and it's the same thing in local politics. Kaya lakas-lakas ng loob nila na banggain si Duterte because the Americans are with them.
mm,
Oh, ito ba mga yelo, babanggain ba nilang America? Never. So kung saan
mm,
ang Amerika, doon din sila.
doon
Ganun
sila.
lang naman yan.
That has been the story ever since, ano.
Diba? So, sabi, what if China protects the Duterte? O ano naman magagawa ng China? What does it mean to protect the Duterte? O pwede yung hindi sila papatayin. Yeah, pero China will never ever involve itself
Sa,
in domestic strife because
mm,
bahala kayo dyan magpatayan and then we will just deal with whoever is the leader.
mm.
So, ano daw, let's ride with the flow until July 2, 2024. Anong meron sa July 2, 2024?
So, it's changed the system, sabi ni Harper. Ni,
Naku, let's change the system. Nung panahon pa ni Duterte na nanawagan ng let's change the system, wala namang,
mm,
hindi naman lumalakas yung panawagan. Ito rin naman si ano
mm.
kasi. Sino ba to? Si Jonathan Balay. Di ba ikaw in charge ng information campaign noon?
Hindi ginawa yung homework.
Mm-mm.
Ay,
Anong
nakakatawa.
sana na di nila alam is that we're being played by the US. Well, it's not just the US, no? It's just the same people who benefited from American colonization. They are the same people. So,
Mm.
same families. Ano
It's
dyan?
better to hibernate muna, sit back and watch.
Ayun na nga. You need to preserve your energy.
Mm-mm.
Diba?
Sit back, watch, observe, list down all the people na sisingilin natin when the proper time comes.
Oo. Na para, you need to kailangan mo ngayon, pwede tayong makontento sa pagiging ano lang, satirize them, alam mo yun. Kasi nga malaking pader to, no? It's not just a simple pader.
Oo.
So, ang ano niyan, kita mo si Lenny hindi na nagsasalita, di ba? Nagko-congratulate ba siya kay ano? Wala siya dun. Nasa travel
Nag-congratulate siya
ata
kay,
siya.
nag-congratulate siya kay Leila.
Talaga?
Meron siyang press release kay Leila. Ayun.
A press release, pero wala siya dun sa gathering ni Laila.
Parang wala. Parang wala siya
Parang
doon.
nasa,
Nag-ano
parang
lang, press
nasa abroad,
PR lang na,
parang nasa abroad ata siya, no?
mm. Ayun.
Pero I think nilimit lang nila kay Andres Bautista yung yung uusigin doon sa cheating.
Oo.
So, 'di ba sabi inuna lang si GMA, sinunod agad si Sara. Ayun na nga, 'di ba? Na ayun ang eksena. So, ngayon ang labanan ngayon Kongreso. So, impeachment na ngayon yung kasunod na na naganap, na kaganapan, 'di ba?
Sabi ni JD, so you think that Duterte still have the chance to win back? A- ano ano nga JD?
Win back what?
Paano ka nga, oo,
You need to preserve your energy, um, and well, there's always a possibility, no? Hello, the Marcoses waited for 36 years to be back in power. So anything is possible. There's still time. There's a long time. You have to be patient. You need to know the right timing. You need to have proper organizing. And ayun na nga. So the Dutertes are actually the Dutertes are actually battling traditional politics, Philippine traditional politics, okay, with a vengeance. Oh. This
oo.
this
Grabe
Philippine
yung
traditional.
grabe yung move, yung bilis nung turnaround in matter of weeks, months. Grabe yung grabe yung balasahan sa Kongreso, grabe yung shift ng numbers. Kasi remember, nung mga early part ng budget deliberation, nagbigay pa sila ng parliamentary courtesy kay Inday eh. Ay, sige, yung nirequest mong budget, okay pa yan. Okay. Tapos nakarating sa Senate, initially, okay pa. And then until nag, from then on, nilabas nila yung issue sa confidential fund. And then suddenly, the numbers in Congress change. And the alignment of congressmen, nagkaroon na agad ng bilangan eh. Kung we talk about this, I think sa TikTok pa yata yun eh, yung talagang magkakaano talaga yung magkakalinyahan. Yung once mag-convene yung Congress, magkakaroon na talaga ng mas klarong kampihan. And ngayon, mas nagiging real that the numbers is really not in favor of the Dutertes. Yun yung
Ayun na
harsh
nga.
truth.
Parang wala naman silang sabi dito ang pinis ng politika serbisyo. Wala naman silang pakialam sa serbisyo sa inyo. Ano bang ibibigay ng serbisyong gobyerno? And nandiyan naman ang mga private companies to give you the services. Oh, di ba?
Yung pinakamatalino serbisyo na binibigay ng gobyerno, ayuda. Ngayon. Lahat na lang ayuda.
Binibigyan naman kayo ng yung mga mahihirap, binibigyan naman ng salapi. Kaya kawawa yung middle class. And the middle class in the Philippines doesn't have any revolutionary consciousness. Correct. So that's why you cannot change things. So, kaya nga, alam mo yon na parang
yung middle class walang time kasi busy silang mag-work.
Oo, di ba? Ayun na nga, wala rin silang time, entertain pa. Gets mo? Diyos ko naman. Kaya pag pumunta ka ng ibang bansa, it's always the middle class that has the revolutionary consciousness, no? But it never happened in the Philippines. Why? Because, well, paano ba naman? You just want to be entertained. As simple as that. Sabi, let's pray for a miracle. Okay.
Ayun, galit pa yung iba dito. Sabi ni, tawag dito, sabi ni Rain, wala raw siya natanggap na ayuda kahit kailan. Eh, syempre, hindi ka bibigyan ng ayuda kasi hindi ka naman nagdarahop sa kahirapan. Diba?
Oo. Bakit ka mabibigyan ng ayuda?
Hindi ka nagdarahop sa kahirapan at wala ka naman yata kamag-anak na ilalagay ka sa listahan.
Ka-indigent ka ba? Para bigyan ka na. Diba? Hindi ka naman indigent. Diba? So,
ano ba to? Nakakaiyak.
'Di ba?
Yes,
Na parang,
no, there is a third player that is big enough. Oh, fourth play, well, outside player that is pivotal and big enough to affect the flow of ano of the current events.
mm,
Like, kunwari maglabasan yung ah, mga skandalo, mga ganyan. 'Di ba? Sige. What if, what if, sa gitna ng mga ganitong kaganapan, may mga maglabasan ng mga malalaking eskandalo na shaking.
na matatagal ang presidente.
I don't know kung sa presidente yan or kung
Ay,
sa Congress yan or whatsoever, but let's say
wala
mga
pa,
malalaking iskandalo, ganyan. Mga malalaking
hello?
iskandalo.
Well, hindi pa ba malaki yung yung report ng Japan Times kay Martin Romualdez, bakla? Ano
Hindi,
mas
at
malaki
dito,
doon?
malaking iskandalo sa sensibilities ng mga Pinoy. Kasi ang problema, yung sa Japan Times na kay Martin Romualdez, parang hindi kasi yun naiintindihan ng level ng hindi yung ganong klaseng story yung mag-o-offend ng sensibilities
Sino
ng
maglalabas ng
Pilipino.
skandalo? Sino maglalabas ng skandalo?
Ko alam. Yung may
Pilipino,
video. Yung may
Mainstream,
video.
wala rin yun eh. Mainstream media,
Mm.
wala nga. Ano nga yan? Kung lumabas man yan, dapat lumabas yan hanggang hindi pa na-impeach si Inday. Dahil nga, remember, pag natanggal si Inday as Vice President, ang presidente ay pipili siya sa Senate or sa House. Magno-nominate siya. At kailangan itong aprubahan ng both houses. So, ayun na ang mangyayari. Na, ayun na ang mangyayari. It will be wala na nga kasi nga, the news narrative in 2024 will revolve around the revenge of De Lima. So wala ka na, girl. Yun ang mga pag-uusapan ng mga tao, revenge of Laila De Lima. Ganyan. Magpapahingal, mag-aano muna ito. Kasi syempre may ano yan, di ba? May quid pro quo yan, girl. Pero syempre si Laila, hindi muna siya i-acquit. Kasi syempre kailangan muna na meron kang
Medyo madrama munang they will milk on it until the acquittal. Kasi yung acquittal yung magiging rorok ng ng
dapat may
tagumpay
leash.
niya.
Dapat may leash ka muna. Di ba? Ay, magtrabaho ka muna, parang gano'n.
True.
Diba?
Si Gloria Hello Garci nagpabagsak sa kanya. Hindi nga kasi despite the Hello Garci, nanalo pa rin siya nung eleksyon.
Actually, nanalo siya. Hindi, after na ng election yung Hello Garci.
After na well, hindi naman niya, natapos pa rin niya yung term niya. Diba?
Oo. So, parang, well, si Gloria kasi nun, may pera. Saka may pidaf pa nun. May pidaf pa nun. Kaya
meron siyang
magaling
hold.
Oo. Kasi si Gloria is the president. Mahirap magpabagsak ng presidente, ha?
Presidente.
Oo, kasi nasa iyo ang makinarya. The vice president. Pero yun na nga. Saka mahirap kasi nga, Gloria knows traditional politics, no? And etc. Ito kasi mga Duterte, wala talaga sila. They don't have any connections in traditional politics kasi talagang Davao City, lang talaga sila, Davao City base for the longest time. Kailan lang ba sila naging national? For 6 years. Bakla yung mga kalaban nila nasa national politics for ilang dekada na sila nasa national politics.
For all their lives.
Kaya nga fluke itong kay Duterte. Kaya, yeah, may mga tao, may mga prinsipyo na mga Duterte, mga politiko, pero they have to be silent about it. They cannot be upfront kasi nga bakla hindi ka mabigyan ng MOOE.
True.
Di ba? So, sabi, Teves and Bantag might be instrumental. Ano ba yan?
Bakit? Bakit?
Bakit?
Ng Pajero and Manny ang mga bishops para quiet sila mo. eh, well, sa tindi ng inabot ni GMA nung presidente siya, sa tindi ng sa tindi ng negative campaign kay GMA nung panahon na yon. Politiko si GMA she knows how to fight back.
Oo, kasi nga GMA came from a very national background. Hello, anak ng dating presidente, tapos very national. Matagal ang kanyang national exposure. Si Sara naman, hindi naman yan national eh. Ano lang talaga siya, city level, pati si PRD, city level. Diba? So it wasn't enough for them to solidify a kingdom, a traditional political kingdom. Wala silang pera. That's just the bottom line. Walang pera ang mga Duterte. Meron lang silang integridad, yes, pero
integridad does not necessarily attract alliances.
Yes. It doesn't necessarily attract alliances because yung mga tao na could do the dirty work need money to do the dirty work. Bakit naman sila gagawa ng dirty work if they're not gonna need the money? Yes. So yun ang eksena. Kaya yung isa, extremely wealthy na.
Extremely wealthy na. Nakakaloka.
So, sabi grabe ang hinikilig. Nakakalimutan ako kung talagang mangyayari nga yung vision ni Sas na iyak. Anong vision? This is not a vision. Hindi po ako manghuhula. This is political analysis based on how things are going.
Ka daw kasi.
Ano pa yan?
Which ka daw kasi?
Ito ang problema. That's why there's no revolutionary consciousness among Filipinos because a lot of you are uneducated. A lot of the Filipino people are uneducated. Hello, 81 na ang IQ. Ano ba yan? So, wala na, kita mo. Actually, halimbawa, ito yung grupo na pwede makapag-mobilize ng masses, yung left, itong makabayan. Co-opted na. Saka wala silang co-opted na sila and wala silang figurehead. Patay na si Jomay. And they were saka walang successor si Joma. Diba? Walang successor si Joma eh. Kaya disarray ang nasa state of disarray yung left. So kaya kita mo, grabe, can you imagine nakipag-alliance sila? Tapos diba yung CADP, yung nabasa mo yung
Oo. Nakakaloka. Diyos me. Diba? Apparently, there is an azucarera in Batangas na nagsara because of financial and operational losses, and it would affect around 8,000 farmers and 2,000 employees of the milling company in Batangas. So basically, yun yung parang problema na gusto raw i-address ni Martin Romualdez at ng Makabayan Black. So ito yung picture na shinare ni Sasnon na si Martin Romualdez, si Raul Manuel, Ardin Brosas, and the Makabayan Black na nagsama-sama in order to distribute 10,000 pesos or 30,000 pesos per family. So kasi syempre 'di ba yung mga sakada, family event yan eh. So the entire family is working for the for the company ganyan. So ngayon either makareceive ka ng 10,000 individually or as a family, makaka-receive ka ng 30,000 pesos. Yung sinasabi ni Jam Magno na na-witness niya na pagtulong ni Martin Romualdez at saka nung Makabayan Black is actually an ayuda session kung saan nag-abot ng pera yung grupo nila ng ayuda sa mga pamilya doon. But you know what, if you're going to look at the issue, yung CADP is a milling company na kung saan malaking part ng, hindi naman majority, pero malaking part ng asukal na minimil sa Luzon ay dun ginagawa. So sinara siya because of operational and financial losses daw. Okay?
Because of importation.
Because of importation.
And you know what, guys? Yun ang pinakamalaking milling sa
Luzon
at nagsara this year.
At nagsara this year. And sa totoo lang, ang daming question na mas maraming question na nabuo kesa doon sa sinasabi nilang na-resolve na problema. Because Martin Romualdez and Makabayan Black did not do anything except mag-distribute ng pera doon. I mean, tinignan ko lahat ng mga news articles, wala namang long-term solution talaga silang sinuggest doon. Ngayon, sabi si Universal Robina Corporation na yung bumili nung asukarera doon, ganyan. But I am not really sure what's gonna happen dun sa mga displaced na farmers or whatsoever. Pero ito yung nakakatawa. Kasi they wrote the Sugar Regulatory Administration December 2022 na isasara nila ang kanilang milling company, yung CADP. Na isasara nila yon. Sabi ganun, ay isasara na namin to, ganyan. Ang reply ng Sugar Regulatory Board, si PBBM pa yung Agriculture Secretary sa time na to. Ang reply lang nung Sugar Regulatory Administration, bago kayo magsara, meron ba kayong plano para sa mga madi-displace na kineme, ganyan. Hindi ba dapat, before namin kayo payagan na magsara, diba? Before namin kayo payagan magsara, dapat mag-present muna kayo ng plano on how you are going to what's gonna happen sa welfare ng mga because we're talking about 8,000 farmers here. 8,000 plus farmers. Ngayon, if you're going to read the letter between CADP and the Sugar Regulatory Administration, ang cold nung sobrang cold nung treatment. Parang pinapaalam namin sa inyo, magsasara kami wala naman kayo magagawa dito kasi marami kaming losses ganyan. And the reply of the Sugar Regulatory Administration was really just to, sige, meron ba kayong ginawa dyan para sige, magsasara ba kayo? So, ipaalam nyo naman sa amin kung meron kayong gagawin para doon sa mga farmers, But they never really, manage the closure or caution the effect of this to the farmers.
Yeah, di ba ang kasi ng is for government to take over. Oo. Pero hindi na nga take over, so nagbigay na lang ng ayuda. Ayun. So, yun. So, actually, can you imagine the left settled for ayuda? Guys, kaya sabi ko, naging na lang sila, charity arm. Wala na nga silang they lost, the left lost the plot a long time ago, and wala, na lang sila, palamuti na lang sila, no? So, nakakaloka yung CADP, no?
Oo. At nakakaloka na parang, si PBBM pa yung Agriculture Secretary noon. Diba? Parang, you didn't do anything to caution the effect of the closure sa mga magsasaka? Diba? You are expecting them to, hindi ba dapat kayo yung mag-o-order? Because it is the farmers who are directly affected by this closure. Hindi ba dapat, diba, you took the initiative to protect this number of, ang nakakaloka dito, mas active pa si Martin Romualdez doon. mas active pa na magbigay ng ayuda. Mas active pa. Pag yung solution niya, magbigay ng ayuda.
Hindi, ang ano ko doon, bakit siya nag-financial losses? Ang laki ng presyo ng asukal. Saka kababalik lang ng economy
Correct.
May revenge, di ba?
Oo. Actually, we do not really know exact. Kaya nga dun, yun yung nakakaloka na response ng Sugar Regulatory Administration. Magko-close kayo? Okay. O sige, sabihin nyo sa amin kung meron kayong plano for for the welfare of the farmers. No resistance at all. There was no resistance at all. Yun yung nakakaloka doon. Diyos me. Sinend ko sa'yo yung kopya nung balikan nila ng letters, di ba? Nakakaloka. Nakakaloka. So parang,
At
ganun ka-heartless yung ating...
At hindi naputukan si BBM, even though
at hindi naputukan si BBM.
Diba?
Hindi naputukan si BBM at hero si Martin. Win-win. Nagbigay ng ayuda si Martin Ayun.
Kasi nga, it's traditional politics with a vengeance. Ang tawag nga dito ni Duterte dati, politikang baryo. This is actually how politics in the barrio is conducted.
Ibabangon yan nila ulit para sabihin na may nagawa naman sila kahit paano. Scrub, bibili na ng Universal Robina Corporation yung CADP. So, magiging, ayun.
Ang may-ari pa naman yung CADP is Metro Pacific. Yung kinapangilinan.
Kinikilabutan ako, sana kayanin ng mga Pilipino ang mga darating na unos.
Baka kailangan talaga natin ng unos na ito para magising na tayo. Everybody needs a shipwreck once in a while, sabi nga sa Temptation Islands.
Kasi ang problema kasi, pagka kunwari nagkaroon ng tingnan mo yung Temptation Island. Sige nga, Sas, tingin mo yun yung kailangan, tingin mo may pag-asa pa tayo? Yung Temptation Island, Bex, nandun na sila sa kaduluduluhan ng napaka-miserableng sitwasyon, pero nakuha pa nilang gumiling. Ganun yung Pilipino in a nutshell. Diba?
Ayun nga, Temptation Island. Tapos, namatay yung bakla at kinain nila. Habang kumakanta sila ng Somewhere There's a Place. Diba? Ganun na ganun. Iba namatay yung bakla tapos kinain nila.
Yun tayo, no? Yun tayo. Yung Pilipinas ngayon.
Diba? Walang tubig. Walang pagkain.
Walang pagkain.
Di ba
yung nandun ka na sa... Di magsayo na lang tayo, di ba? Tapos kainin natin dito yung kadiri, ang puta.
Di ba? Yung umpisa nun, di ba? Lahat sila nag-join ng beauty contest.
Story of our lives.
Yun talaga yung story of our lives. Diba? Tapos...
Dapat yung title nito. Ang title nito episode na to, Temptation Island. Kasi ganito, di ba yung paano magiging totoo yung CPRRD, sinabi rin niya yun several times na hindi, siguro dapat ma-wipe out na tayo ng bonggang-bongga para makapag-start all over again. Yung malagay tayo sa isang sitwasyon na sobrang hirap para matuto tayo or whatsoever. Tapos wala ko, isipin mo, di ba yung Pilipino, Diyos me, ayan nga, sa Temptation Island, nandun na siya sa pinakamahirap na sitwasyon. Walang pagkain, walang tubig, walang ano. Ang ginawa, nagsayaw. Yan ang Pilipino yan. Ano bang gagawin natin sa inyo? Diba? Anong gagawin natin dito sa bansang to, Sas? Kaloka.
Dahil sa tawa ni Sas, bumaba blood pressure ko. Hindi, kasi kita mo tayo ay kasama tayo sa global south countries. Pero yung mga leaders natin, they don't consider us as global part of the global south. Kasi nga mayayaman tong mga to, no? They feel na they live in a first world country. Kasi nga talaga they live. Actually, yung mga karamihan ng mayayaman sa atin, they live better than the elite of halimbawa sa Netherlands. Can you imagine ilan ng katulong nila, naka-uniform pa? Ilan ang bodyguards nila? Alam mo yun, they live, a more luxurious life.
Diyos me. Hindi na iintindihan ng Pilipino yung sarili niyang suffering eh. That's the problem, no? Hindi na nakakatawa. Nung kahapon, nag-live ako. So, meron akong nakausap na loyalist. Kwento ko lang ng very, very quick, guys. Meron na kaming nakausap na loyalist. Pagkatapos, taga Singapore siya. So, sabi niya, naniniwala daw pa rin siya sa mga, naniniwala pa rin daw siya kay BBM, kineme, ganyan. Kasi daw, yung mga Pilipino daw ay mayayaman. Sabi niya gano'n. Sabi ko, paano ko naman nasabing mayayaman? Sabi niya gano'n, hindi, kasi nandito ako sa Singapore. Pagkausap ko yung mga Singaporeans dito, nagko-compare kami. Mga kasamahan daw niya sa trabaho. Sabi niya, kami, dito tayo sa Pilipinas, nakakabili tayo ng sasakyan, nakakabili tayo ng bahay. Sa Singapore, hindi ganoon. Parehas kami ng trabaho, pero hirap silang bumili ng sasakyan. Di parang, syempre, nahulog yung tanga ko talaga. Parang, bakit? At Singapore, meron talaga silang policy na pahirapan bumili ng sasakyan. Hindi yun ang sukatan ng yaman doon.
May
diba?
policy sila kasi nga maliit ang Singapore at hindi ka pwede makabili ata ng sasakyan sa Singapore kung wala kang garage.
Hindi. Tsaka malaki talaga yung tax nila sa sasakyan. Parang it's more than the price of the car. As in, ganun talaga yung levy.
Kasi sa Singapore, they encourage yung public transportation.
Oo. So, you can't really, they really want to put a halt dun sa pag-acquire ng mga bagong sasakyan ng kanilang mga citizen.
Hindi kasi nila naintindihan yung saying ng isang presidente. Sino ba yung presidente nito ng Latin American country? Or sa Colombia ata. A developed country is not where a lot of people can buy cars. A rich country is where rich people use public transportation. Yun ang hindi nila naiintindihan, girl.
Correct. Oo. Diba? Diyos me. Nakakaloka. So parang, yung sasabi niya, parang mas maraming poor dito sa Singapore kasi mas maraming tao na hindi nakakabili ng sasakyan. So, alam mo, yung lack of understanding of our own suffering. So, akala niya, well-placed pa siya. How are you going to deal with those kind of Filipinos, diba? Na hindi naman nila, kaya nga,
hindi niya naintindihan. Hindi niya naintindihan. Wala nga siyang ang kasi niyan, Joey, very individualist yung thinking niya.
Oo.
No? Very individualist. Hindi niya nakikita na ang tunay na wealth ay social wealth.
Oo.
You know, pag nakikita mo na walang nag-rugby, bata, sa lansangan, walang namamalimos, that means that your country is doing well kasi nga everyone they do not live in the life of poverty. Ngayon, ang nakikita kasi niya is ako kasi makakabili ako ng sasakyan, ganyan, ganito, ganyan. Ano naman ngayon? Di para ka si Romualdez, ang yaman-yaman mo sa Leyte, pero yung buong Leyte.
Hirap-hirap, di ba?
Oo. Ano ba yun?
Uungasan pa sila ng
Yun na nga yun kasi that's the Sinabi na yan ni Rizal noon. Kaya nga yung problema natin, hindi pa rin
Hindi
nagbabago. Basahin nyo ali ang Noli Me Tangere at Il Filibusterismo. That is exactly the kind of society that we have. Na, hindi talaga hindi nila makikita na naghihirap. Hindi kasi nga, very individualist yung kanilang kind of thinking. Na, okay lang kasi nga nakakabili man ako ng sasakyan. Pero pag tinignan mo, parang New York, makikita mo ang yaman-yaman ng New York. Pero pag tinignan mo yung public transportation ng New York, Diyos me. Diba? So yun yung ano nila, mali, hindi nila naintindihan ang society. Ang naiintindihan lang nila is meron silang pera.
And we cannot really solve societal issue if we're looking at it in the using the individual lens. Doon tayo nagkakalabo-labo kaya hindi tayo same page pag nag-away-away tayo sa politika eh. 'Di ba? Kaya hindi tayo same page. Ayun, kasi parang siya sa standard niya, okay pa. Kasi nga parang okay siya, nakakano siya, ganyan. Pag feeling niya mayaman siya at dahil mayaman siya, okay na siya. So, yun yung mahirap kalaban kasi how are you going to explain with how are you going to explain to the general population yung problema natin kung hindi nila naiintindihan yung suffering natin as a society, 'di ba?
Hindi. Ang nakikita kasi, hindi kasi niya nakikita na, Bex, nakita mo ba yung Singapore? Ano yung sasakyan? Ang ganda-ganda ng public transportation system ng Singapore.
Oo.
Sa Netherlands din naman, ang mga tao hindi bumibili ng sasakyan dahil mga tao nagbabike. Mo yan. My God, yung jowa ko, I'm pretty sure yung jowa ko, mas malaki pa kinita sa kanya ng bongga-bongga. Hindi na siya bumibili ng sasakyan eh. Kasi nga, aanin niya nga. Mas malaki yung tax. Magbayad ka ng road tax, magbabayad ka ng ganyan, magbabayad ka pa ng parking, ang dami mong gastusin. So parang, yun yung na ano niya, na hindi niya nakikita yung tunay na kayamanan. Okay? Alam mo nakikita kasi niya kung ano yung makukubra niya. Hindi niya nakikita yung tunay na kayamanan ng isang bayan, ng isang society. Na Bets, may sasakyan ka, pero pag nagmamaneho ako sa Manila, may mga batang namamali mo sa'yo, is that well? Why is your morality? Na parang, do you really think na you're doing good? Yeah, you're doing good dahil may sasakyan ka, pero look at the people around you. Diba? Look at your government service. Bakla, wala ka national ID. Nakita mo na ba yung mga toilet ng mga government offices sa Pilipinas?
Saksakan ng panghe?
Diba? Na para putang ina, sabi ko, Diyos ko, nung sa Makati ko nakatira eh. Noon eh. Bakla, kung anong iniwan ko yung Makati nung yung Makati City Hall, ganun pa rin siya.
Ganun pa rin.
Oo, sabi ko, 12 years, tapos can you imagine, tapos, kasi doon ako pumunta, meron doon branch yung NSA ba yung hindi, Philippine Statistics, PSA, yung kuha ng birth certificate. Bakla may satellite office.
Umalis yun, nasa QC sila tapos umalis.
Pero may mga satellite offices kasi sila. May mga satellite offices sila sa mga munisipyo. Bakla yung waiting area, bakla, parang, ano ba to? Ano pa meron dito? Para may pot session pa dito magagala. Bakla, alam mo yung parang nasa, ano ba to?
Oo, ang haggard, makipag-transact sa gobyerno, no?
Sabi ko, ano to? Sabi ko, para tayong nasa Alam mo, para siya nasa garahe, nandun yung office, na parang nasa garahe, ang init, tapos parang ang kulob na, ano to? My God, 12 years na bakla. And this is the Central Business District Office, ha? Can you imagine? Central Business District ng Manila. Tapos ganun yung kuhaan. Sabi ko, ano to? Parang, yung mga agyo-agyo. Imagine mo yung underground na parking lot na ginawang parang doon yung kuhanan, and etc. Sabi ko, ano to? Kaya ayun.
Yan ang deserve natin. Di ba? Dahil sa hindi natin naiintindihan kung anong dapat gawin, ganyan ang deserve natin.
Ayun na nga, na parang kailangan mag-isip-isip kasi pwede naman kasi mag-toe the line si Sara kung gusto lang niyang magkaroon ng kapangyarihan, maging presidente, maganda nga naman na presidente ka, ganyan, etc. But you have to toe the line. And sinabi na yan ni Duterte before, ang nagde-decide ng magiging Pangulo ng Pilipinas ay ang mga oligarko sa Manila. Sinabi niya na yan, hindi kayo, balikan yung mga sinasabi niya lahat, at sinabi niya lahat ng katotohanan ng politika ng bansa natin. Diba? So, itong si Duterte is, yeah, may political will siya, pero sino ba mag-i-implement ng mga sinasabi niya? Gets niyo kung ano yung problema ng Pilipinas. Kaya siguro pinakamalaking pinagsisisihan ko ay bakit kaya hindi ako naki-revgo doon.
Talaga.
Kasi
yun kasi yun na yung pinaka if you really want to pursue RevGov, yun na kasi yung pinaka opportune moment no.
Yeah,
Presidente si Duterte.
I think I was too risk averse nung panahon na yon. And I thought na after Duterte, magkakaroon ng continuity yan. Kasi nagugustuhan ng mga tao yung ginagawa ni Duterte. So the people actually voted for continuity. But we didn't get it. So nagkaroon ng revenge of the comeback. Lahat ng mga giniba ni Duterte
nagbalik.
Came back with a vengeance.
Ang dami nilang lugi. Di ba yung usap-usapan nga sa gitna ng usap-usapan nga ng mga tutubi sa gitna ng parang ang daming nalugi nung time ni Duterte. So now they're not going to take for granted the opportunity to catch up with the losses. Nung panahon
ni Duterte. Kaya hindi rin kasi natuloy yung RevGov na. It's not just because of me, because there are people who also said na baka hindi kayanin. And Diyos ko, kinoconsult ko rin naman si Mocha na ano bang eksena dyan, Mocha? So, ano ba sila sa RevGov? Sabi naman niya, hindi rin naman.
Mocha, di ba sila na ng RevGov kasi
hindi si Mocha. Sina Rocky yun. Sina Rocky. So,
si Mocha di ba nag-advocate siya ng consti change? Pero hindi
naman RevGov yun. Kasi nga, we thought na, girl, hindi naman, whoever expected na magkakaroon ng pandemic? Kasi pwede magkaroon ng constitutional change nun Kung wala pandemic it could have happened. Nagka-pandemic nasira ng pandemic ang lahat ng bagay.
Ayun.
So,
ayun. Ang iyong linya ay hindi na nakakarating sa akin.
Oo. Matulog na tayo at mahina ng ating mga linya. So, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat and have a good day. Bye!
Okay, bye!